When I wake up in the morning or early afternoon, I start working after I feed my dog and taking number 2. Make sure the MacBook charged, cause if I was to lose all the shit that I've been working on, I catch an attitude. Can't work on an empty stomach cause I don't be in the mood, so I get something in my belly and make sure the coffee's brewed. Probably with my henchman about the pod and our next move, that I pump something through the speakers to put me in a groove. After a few hours, cabin fever starts to set in, so I'll remote start the Jeep and wipe my sneakers before I get in. After a short cruise with no destination but tranquility, I pull out a pen and pad and work on my rhyme ability. When it finally comes together and is ready for debut, I let the upload go and then go somewhere with a view. Still get nervous after releases about reactions from all of you, but I'm hoping you all enjoy it because we put our all in too. If you hate it, keep it to yourself. If you love it, then please review. Whichever group you fit into, just know it's all for you.
However,
What? If the Bucks win tonight, I think Giannis should get MVP.
I think it doesn't matter.
I guess obviously depending on what he does during the game too. But
No,
yeah.
it shouldn't be taken into consideration.
And
You can't take that. It's a regular season award.
it is though, right?
Yeah.
It's a regular. I
That's what
get
they
it.
say, anyways.
My argument is that first round should be taken
you're right.
into account,
You're right.
but it can't be,
Yeah.
or not first round, but like I mean they're not in the first round. They're in conference finals.
Well,
but
so that's actually funny you say because most baseball, fans, fanatics, they see it kind of the same way with, well, yeah, they just have the same idea.
you should
So-
if you are considered like the greatest player in the regular season, and playoffs come around and you get swept out or you win one possibly.
Right.
I have a problem with you being the MVP.
I get that.
Like, okay, so the MVP's not in the playoffs anymore? Like, that can't be I get it, but you can't give somebody who was considered the MVP of the season
Okay.
an award, and come playoff time, you don't even have the awarded MVP.
Well, I guess, yeah, so even,
And they haven't announced it yet either, right?
they have not.
That's
thing
the
is,
other flaw with
Even
that
with
bullshit.
even with all that said, wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you can't include the postseason at all because you're not including the preseason at all.
Yeah.
But the
It's-
preseason,
It's all a part of one big season, right? So look, the regular season is the only part that should matter for this. The playoffs, you get your own awards for that.
I agree. I think you should. I think the award should be given at the end of the regular season, right?
Short-term memory.
Fucking award the person the award, right? Cool. Now and that's maybe an interesting element to it. If you give them that award at the end of the regular season, then telling them they are the MVP and they are going to the playoffs,
How does it
now
affect their performance?
do they crack under pressure?
True.
I'm the MVP. Do I act like the MVP, or am I somebody that is going to fold under pressure? And now we can tell who the real MVPs are. That would be more of I think, a better method of going about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see.
It
reason
holds
to
you
wait.
accountable in a sense.
It does, and like some people, maybe they'll use that as some kind of boost and actually prevail more.
And that's I think the intent of what I would want them to start doing is, so Dave, you're the MVP. Right at the end of the regular season, the day after, we award you that trophy. Come playoff time, does it make or break you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does the MVP award propel you, right? Do you become even more of a monster,
I get that.
or do you now, fall flat?
I get that.
And I think that's a better way of giving it, because then the MVP, then you can validate that award.
Well, it's really just look. Short-term memory loss is a thing, right? And everybody in the world has it. So if we're talking like, hey, this person got the MVP, was great at the end of the 82 games, went on to the playoffs. A different team won the championship. This guy's getting the award. People are like, oh yeah, I forgot he was good this season. Like, and that's part of the reason why too. I think you should give it before the playoffs start. I understand like the whole award ceremony and everything like that is kind of a distraction that doesn't really need to be, because teams also need to be able to stay focused. And like once you have the awards going on, you have people on Twitter from different teams, your team, whatever, like shouting you out, and that's kind of an excitement that you're in for the moment. And I don't think like the reason why they don't award it is because that's supposed to be the last thing on your mind.
I think it should just be one MVP award then.
You don't think there should be a Finals MVP?
No, I think you should get the MVP at the end of the finals. The person that wins the
feel like
MVP should be the person that is the best player on the best team at the end of the season.
Sure.
It's the player who makes the most impact on their team.
Okay, well, I think the player that's made the most impact on the team that wins the finals, wins the championship.
Right. So
and if you do that, then that at least you can say, well, all right, the team that won, the best player on that team, or the most detrimental to the team, integral part of the team, that person, they win the MVP award, right? And that has to also be included
at the end of the playoffs.
I think it gets a little murky, right? But the way they go about it now isn't the greatest. But
then, so where does that put the other awards? Like, that's one of the most major awards. That's the most major award outside of a championship.
All right, well,
so where do you put Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year? Like,
I don't know. The flaw is in the award. I can't tell you how to go about it better, right? It's awarding something to a player after the season, but after the whole season, but only counting the part of the regular season, and then taking the part of, like, it almost makes the award not matter. Though it does.
It does, and you know what? It's really, I think, a lot about raising a player's stock. So now they also have a bargaining chip. Yo, I'm an MVP, former MVP, or I'm a reigning MVP.
But this wasn't that before.
I think the
MVP award wasn't that before. I know it probably came with a bonus and whatnot. That's probably why you wanted to have the MVP. But I think
comes with clout, like
but it was different before. Now clout means something different.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in the context of that award for that career, it still has the same context. It's literally as
I'm just used to it. I don't know. I just grew up watching a league where, like, the player that won MVP usually was Mike, and the reason why he won, like, not usually, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like
you were used to him
over an 8-year span in the '90s, where I can, like, remember really actually watching the NBA.
Yeah.
That's what I saw, and even in the early 2000s and whatnot. But I think the MVP award has lost its weight, right? Does that make any sense?
I don't think so. I think it's not watered down because there's not, like, other big awards that players are competing for. I mean, obviously there are, but, like, that's the one they're gunning for. And there hasn't been, like, something else introduced where they're like, I don't really care about this. Like, when you think about award shows, right? That's what you're talking about. Like, the Grammy thing is kind of watered down and, like, it's not as big of a deal anymore. I don't think the context of the game has changed enough for that to not have as much weight, you know?
It's what I say. I feel like we've spoken about this award for way too long already.
Yeah.
My thing about this award is how they've gone about awarding it, right? Like, when they give it, is the timing is wrong. How they award it, what they take into account is wrong after they've given. Like, you can't give an award for something for the regular season, right? And then the playoffs happened, and that player didn't even win MVP. He didn't go far in the playoffs. Let's say, right? If you give it to Harden, for instance, right? Harden may be already the MVP, but you don't give it to him because you give it to him after the season for whatever reason. But now you give him an award, but he didn't do shit. Like, they didn't go far in the playoffs, and now you've already given the Finals MVP to the player of the team that's already won. It's just a weird thing, man. They really definitely need to reassess it. Like, there's a lot of things they need to reassess, but that's something that needs to be taken into account. That's my 2 cents on that shit.
I don't know how long they contemplated before they decided that's when they want to give it out, but I mean, I'm sure they put, some reasonable amount of thought. But before we go any deeper into that,
I was going to say, let's introduce ourselves.
Let's get to this show. So, welcome back, everybody. My name is Adam. You are now in tune with the Kiona and Kasson podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with my brother Osama, homie Dave. Little special guest making her third or fourth appearance now
on camera.
Third.
On camera now.
What's up, sis? And then Stax is passed out, enjoying the fan hitting him on the body.
Yes.
So this is episode 44. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Indeed.
It's a 3-day weekend, so that's always great.
It is. It is.
Shout out to all the veterans out there and everybody who served, past and present.
Indeed, sir.
Do that now. Shout out to my little Daniel. His birthday is tomorrow, Sunday.
Oh yeah, 20 years old.
20 years old. It's pretty crazy, honestly, man. Like,
I told my.
I can't believe that.
Like, I know I'm turning 30 this year, but it's crazy looking at him turning 20 this year.
I told my barber, who obviously knew Daniel when he was probably 5.
Yeah.
And we were talking about something getting old, right? Like, time passing. I was like, I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna trip you out. and my little brother's birthday's tomorrow, and he's like, how old is he gonna turn? 20. He just walked away from the chair and shit. Like, I can't believe that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, shout out to Julio, man. Julio the
what up,
barber.
J-Lo?
Yo, if you're looking for a cut in Chicago.
Yeah. You know, I stopped talking about my barber since he bounced, you know, multiple times without telling me. You know,
That is awful.
Yo,
Yeah,
barbers
so-
being around are important.
it's important.
It really is.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna take off my hat and show you what this looks like right now, but I haven't been to him in a minute, and it shows.
No,
You know?
dude, having a barber consistent, somebody you can trust while you sit, you can just sit in the chair. Like I wouldn't go to a barber if I had to go and explain everything every time what I wanted with my haircut.
There's a bond. I don't know, like, I'm not sure if women get this with their salon people. Or
I don't
whatever,
think they do. Women
but, like,
are pretty
there's
just
a
loyal
bond
to
that
their
you
people
develop.
with hair, right?
Yeah, I mean, are you loyal to your...
To Deanna?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess it's different because you don't really go to salon itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, women that go to salons aren't very loyal, right? They'll just go to who they've heard is good and try them out.
You know, I think it's
That's what Vivi
more
does.
for like nails. Like if a girl has a certain nail lady, like she'll go to her.
Okay, but that's the thing,
So
because
that's
I
their
know
equivalent?
nails are important,
To
right?
me, it is. I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes
but
sense.
hair, you guys are just like, oh, she's cool. I'm gonna go over there and check her out because she'll give a good price.
Yeah.
Oh, see, men, no,
I
I'm not
don't
trying
know. I
to.
don't go to salons.
But see, men,
She was hesitant.
see, men like my barber. Like, listen, I just don't want like somebody. You gotta get used to somebody touching your head all the time.
difference
like
is
being
this,
around
right?
them with your eyes closed. It's kind of an intimate situation.
The difference-
like if you really think about
The
it.
difference, I think, is in the length, right? If you think most women's hair, not generalizing, most of them have some pretty long hair for the most part. And if you get something done and like it doesn't turn out 100% the way you want, you can go up a couple inches and call it a day.
Yeah.
We're getting to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, like there's no more room for error after what you touch.
I gotta walk
after
around and
the
look like
skin.
this for 2 weeks.
Yo, that's very.
Once you hit skin, like you can't go further than that.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that what you're doing is proper.
And I don't know how many women get lineups, you know what I'm saying? But like, I need to get a lineup, otherwise it's gonna look real
I can
funky
tell.
back here.
I can tell.
so I don't know. I think there's a difference there, but anyway, but Jen, stop fucking leaving town before I slap you. You know, I'm real tired of that.
Yo.
Obviously, shout out to when you do those things. Obviously, shout out to Glenn.
Excuse that motorcycle in the background.
Obviously, shout out to that motorcycler in the background.
I'm so shocked.
Yeah. The mics will definitely solve that issue.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe. Yes and no.
I think for the most part,
I think
because the further you get away from it, like this is just a really large microphone. That
I
tries
don't
to
think
cover the
so
whole room.
because even Joe Budden's show, you can hear some things sometimes. I forgot
Once
that.
in a while, but like I think the
Think so.
mic condensers allow it to be like.
Let me tell you, when I was messing with them, right, doing a little trial run and shit, I can pick up the sound of the plane going by, like much louder than you normally hear, like that wind noise, you know. And I was like, I think there's some
I
things-
have no excuse for that. I don't know.
There's some things we gotta adjust,
tweak.
you know,
Gotta
somewhere.
But no, barbers are important. Extremely important.
I think I've had my barber for about 15 years.
See, I've only had a few barbers in my life. We've maybe spoken about how important barbers are before on this podcast.
Yeah,
But it just needs to be reiterated.
I used to go to Madrid for about 2 or 3 years. Like, in
But then he
between
started
seasons.
leaving when you were trying to get a haircut and you couldn't find him.
To be honest, yes.
Son of a bitch.
So where'd he go?
I didn't get it. I mean, it's this thing.
Not at all what you want.
But yeah, got a haircut today. Felt good about it.
Yeah.
It's something about a haircut that don't matter. No matter what, you get a haircut, you feel good.
What
at
he say?
least for a
What he
day.
say in barbershop? He's like, something as simple as a haircut can make a man change the way he feels on the inside.
Said that with heart right there. I don't even on the inside.
No, but
Yeah.
I felt that.
I love those Spice Adams videos where he goes to the barbershop and comes out. He's like a new person.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly.
Does
how
a little
it feels.
dance and
Yeah.
shit.
Like,
Oh yeah.
you're just walking on clouds.
I mean, especially if it's been like over 2-3 weeks since you got a haircut last.
Exactly.
You're like, damn, I'm in a fucking
I
grill.
feel
That's another thing, man. Like, I don't think it's spoken about enough. Men have to get haircuts like fairly consistently in order to look presentable. Women's hair can just grow willy nilly. You know, it's just
Well, so no, there's actually a lot of preparation in women's hair, though.
yeah. But what I'm
versus
saying is,
kids.
long hair they can still style it
Okay.
and it can still look nice.
Okay.
At a certain point, I'm just fucked up.
Right. And listen, I've had women argue with me about this, okay? That it costs a lot more to get their hair done. But think about it. If I'm spending $40 every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks maybe, that's catching up to your, every 3
How
4
much do you
months
spend?
ago.
How much do you? How often do you style your hair?
I don't go to a salon.
I know. How often though?
How often?
Yeah.
I only dye it, and it's like usually.
You don't get
a
a
month or
cut?
two. No, I've tried to refuse to ever cut my hair.
But it's shorter.
Yeah, so I do it once a year. When I cut my hair.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong
Well, yeah,
person.
you don't do things normally. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
We've got no.
But anyway, what are you guys doing? What are the plans for this weekend? You make use of this extra day or what? Barbecue?
Maybe barbecue something.
Oh, I'm definitely
I'm looking to buy a grill. Le Grill. I'm looking for one of those.
Don't read the French
So
instructions.
there's a bunch on sale at Home Depot.
Yeah?
That was over by me though.
I'm pretty sure Home Depot's a university.
I would imagine. Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna go probably tomorrow or maybe the night after this and go check out. Maybe I'll try to buy a grill. You know.
Sounds like a great plan because I'm
That'd be
down to
dope.
eat some grilled foods this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Starting today.
Oh, most definitely. It's gonna be a fat weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yep. We were like king of the hill
I
right
was,
there.
yeah, right.
Yep. I'll tell you what.
I want to touch back on Daniel's birthday for a second.
Sure.
I just want to mention two quick things. Number one, shout out to him for happy birthday and all that. And then opposite shout out to him because he ain't even gonna see this. He gonna watch the show, little bitch.
Okay.
Also, escalated so
and since we're here,
I got whiplash.
opposite shout out to Glenn.
Opposite shout out. I mean, we already missed
We
it.
did
You
that. You missed it.
But opposite shout out to
The
Ben
fuck did
anyway.
you guys do that?
We really did.
So you want to do it one time for the
say,
show?
I'm gonna say about 2 minutes ago.
Opposite shout out
Really?
to
I
Glenn.
wasn't
There
listening.
you go.
Yeah.
I was listening.
You
You
interrupted
were
her.
not.
Opposite shout out to
You
Glenn.
were not. You were not listening.
I were
There's a
not.
whole lot of not listening.
I was listening. You were not
Right
listening.
now.
I were not.
Yo, a whole
I
lot.
were not.
Whole lot of not listening. Did you catch her shout out to her opposite shout out to Glenn?
No.
Oh, so you see what happened? You see what happened?
Damn.
You was listening.
That's
But me and Dave, to be fair, did you just burp?
no. It's like time.
She just burped.
To be
She
fair,
did
me and
even
Dave
call her out
were
on a podcast.
today. To be fair,
Rude as fuck.
me and Dave were just arguing about the
That
fact
is
that I
true,
hadn't
though.
said anything
That
and
is
listened,
true,
and I didn't realize it.
There
Hey,
was
you said so.
That's my fault.
There was distraction. involved.
Twas.
So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Give him some credit.
No.
That's all I said. That's all I asked the companies for. A little, just
That's
some
it,
credit.
that's all.
Can I get some credit?
That's it.
Can I get some credit from your ass? Like just a little bit.
A little bit extra.
I'll get a little credit, and then maybe I'll do good on that, and you give me a little bit more credit.
Heard
And
y'all
I got
got-
a little bit more than that.
Heard y'all got credit. Can I have some?
I heard y'all hiring. What's up? So what we got on the docket?
Well, we can run back to this Bucks Toronto thing real fast because the game, I think, game 5, there was some hilarity that ensued.
Really?
Oh,
so
Drake.
Aaron Rodgers was, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, I saw
think
that
it was
shit.
in Milwaukee. So Aaron Rodgers was sitting next to the Bucks owner's daughter,
No, yeah.
and she had a push a T-shirt on.
Yeah. Did you see what happened though? His teammate was across the court.
Oh yeah, he looked just
And
like
he-
his ass.
No. Well, maybe that, but did you see what happened? So he chugged 2 beers and he got up and he pointed at Aaron Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers he was like, okay, so he took his beer and he's like, and he stopped. He's like, oh no. He chugged like half of the beer, and then they went back to the other teammate. And he was like, and he chugged another fucking beer, dude. And like no lie, it looked like 3 gulps. It was just like poured down. Aaron Rodgers is like,
That's that off-season drinking.
dude, that's
Get
that.
it in.
I'm 450
Get it in.
pounds. I'm gonna drink like a fucking.
That's a little Aaron Rodgers little bitch.
Yo,
Shit.
that shit was hilarious though.
Oh, actually, so speaking on that then, and I guess we're kind of, deviating from what we were talking about. Aaron Rodgers, they had like this meme with the whole Aaron Rodgers chugging thing next to Tom Brady, and Tom Brady, I guess, finished 2 beers within the time that Aaron Rodgers.
He could chug beers like a
Like
motherfucker. It's
that.
crazy.
That makes sense. I mean,
I seen the video of that. That
Not
shit
to
was
generalize, but a white boy, frat boy.
Yeah, I don't know, like-
he's worked out his liver enough in this day, probably.
His liver is like the greatest functioning liver on the planet. So it's just
Truly.
Should
go on,
metabolize
Tom,
his
bring it on.
cells.
I don't give a fuck.
Truly.
But so
The liver of a champion.
in normal Drake fashion, he went to a little petty. I didn't really think it was stupid petty, honestly. But so first he put an Instagram video up, and he's like, "All is fair in war and war. Don't worry, I'll still get you tickets to OVO Fest." And he had like a emoji with like the hearts eyes and shit. And he made her his profile picture on Instagram.
No way.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny with his antics. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's pretty funny.
Then they had a
Sometimes it
video
can
of
be
him
annoying.
looking like he was just drugged the fuck out, talking to the announcers. So he was like in the stadium after the game or whatever, and he's just like, "You see this? We made all this happen. Like, people can talk shit all they want or whatever." He's like, "But we're going to the finals." He was super excited.
He's like bang, 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 bang.
I thought it was funny.
I mean,
Like Drake, calm down, shooting his finger guns and shit.
does he hold ownership?
I don't know.
In Toronto,
I know he just holds them seats.
he might hold ownership.
Straight court side, like
Court
like,
side.
right at.
He be with the coach, like,
Right, exactly.
what the fuck is this? I've never seen anything
Right
like that.
at bench level and shit.
They gave him the 6-man spot and shit. Like, here, you sit here.
He's like,
right. They like offer him towels and shit, and like Gatorade bottles.
Like, you want to get in the game?
Drake, you need some Gatorade? Get
Like-
that shit away from me.
Like wipe and spit off him, like them to go to the players and shit.
Hey, bring Drake some Gatorade. He's looking parched.
Hey, ball boy, bring Drake some fucking refreshments.
I always laugh when they showed him on the sidelines going to a timeout drinking because they'd just be like, take this shit. Like, they're never nice about it. I always see the player just like pass it to him here.
I don't get that.
Shit don't be even close. You'd be like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's definitely some bogus shit. But so I don't think we covered this in our pre-talk. Who do you guys have tonight?
Oh, Bucks.
Bucks?
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Where's the game?
Toronto, I believe.
Yeah, they're at home.
Oh, I think I'm taking Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto. I think I told you this. We were talking about it, right?
I didn't-
Toronto.
I didn't realize the series passed by quicker than I realized. I
Yeah.
thought that they had, because the Bucks were up with 3 games,
Yeah.
and then this is game 6, right? No, this is game. No, the Bucks were up 2 games.
This is game 6.
The Bucks are up 2 games.
No, it's 3-2. It's game 6 right now, and game 7 will be on.
Are you
Monday.
sure? I thought that Toronto was up.
Toronto's up 3-2.
They are up. Yeah.
So if they win tonight, then the game is over.
Yeah,
I'm taking Toronto, man.
I think so.
I think they got momentum on their side. Kawhi then woke up a little bit, and I think somehow, some way they've taken the energy out of Milwaukee and they've grabbed that.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
they
guess
might be in Milwaukee
I'm not sure.
because no. So Milwaukee had the best record in the league, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, so they get home
So
court.
they would have home court.
They have home court. That means they got 7th game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that makes sense. But no, I give it to Toronto. Toronto's gonna take it for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they end the series tonight.
Kawhi is a beast, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, tonight is game 6. So by the time this goes up, this whole series is gonna be over anyway because Monday is.
So
game
it's
7.
documented, baby. Toronto's gonna win, and I don't even be fucking with them like
I'm
that.
gonna say Bucks.
You gonna say Bucks?
Milwaukee.
You think they'll win the next 2?
I think so.
The
Didn't
Bucks.
they just drop the last 2?
You think the Bucks? What's wrong with you, man? The Bucks are our enemies, our sworn enemies.
True. But
The
Yeah, we
Bucks,
don't fuck with the Bucks.
the Pacers,
But, like, we're
somehow New York
but
Knicks.
we're not even gonna be in the final or playoffs.
The only time
It
Milwaukee
don't
seats
matter.
are
We gotta root for the team that's furthest away from the team
I'm
we
just
hate.
trying to go for conference or not conference.
The only time Milwaukee's fucking arenas ever sold out was when they're playing the Bulls.
Hell yeah, Bradley
That's the
Center.
only
Yeah.
I would go there. So Mike went
Yeah.
the year that Derrick Rose hit that game winner.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he was like right on that side of the court when DerrickOse hit it.
I can't even imagine that.
I think he's got a little video. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's
You
wild.
know, that's vintage. You don't experience that, and that's not something.
And you
that
better have
happens
that damn camera rolling the last 3, 4, 5 seconds or whatever. You know? If you're gonna be close up, you know.
Indeed, like.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take the shot? They gonna make it?
See, the problem is like, all right, I gotta record, but I don't want to, like. So that's funny, like to think about that actually. So recording now, right? Like even when you're recording, you still want to check, so you don't know what to look at necessarily. Do you look through the screen or you look at what you're recording? Remember back in the day, the big camcorders? Like you'd be like this. You had to just look at it through the lens. There was no way to look at it outside. You just be like,
Yeah, it's 100% true.
camera's this way for the next. You'd be like,
Unless
shit.
you're lucky
Yeah.
enough, once they upgraded from those and they had like the camera that popped out and you could see the screen.
Yeah, those were
So
bad.
you're like,
But those are bad because that's what would happen. It would be like,
but that's what happens now with the phone. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
no, but I think that.
I think it's worse with the phone.
You think it's worse with the phone?
Because the phone is more high
The
def
phone,
now.
you have the capability of not having it in front of you. You don't have to be this with the phone. With
So
the,
I'm
talking
talking
about-
as far as like mobility.
my
I guess,
pops had
I
the
agree
old.
with that. I would agree with you on that.
Do you remember when we had the old VHS, the joint
The
that
one
you
that
threw
looked like we were filming
the
a
VHS
movie?
and you close it? It was like literally a boombox and then a camera at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So I just remember specifically we went to Niagara Falls and he had it, this big piece of equipment.
It
And he
literally
threw
looked
a,
like you're
he threw
filming
a
a movie with the shit.
yeah, he put a bag over it, and it was just like this. And
Yeah.
it's still fucked up because it doesn't matter. They weren't sealed for shit. But it's just hilarious, like how technology's changed just a little bit. Before you just had, if you wanted to record, you couldn't live in the moment. You had to live through the glass that was recording it. You know?
I'm telling you now, the phone, I have it's like 1080p, you know? So if I'm sitting here trying to record, it's so high definition, I might just look
any
anyway.
movement. Well, no, that I disagree with that. You don't want to look through the phone more. You want to look at the thing happening.
I'm just saying.
That's
you
my
might have
that's
it
my
as
beef
you're
with
recording.
concerts when you record a concert and shit, because like you start to just be like, yeah, like wait a minute, I'm here. What the fuck am I doing?
That is
Why am I
definitely
recording this? Who's gonna watch this?
So I do record during concerts, and I'm the guy that's like, fuck, I'm that guy that's recording.
Like you're not even watching. Like the thing is, for me,
I just,
I'm like who's
veer off.
who's gonna watch this after this? I'm not coming back and watching this shit.
This is true.
I just
who am
have it. I have it taking up storage space on my phone,
Yeah.
and I basically missed the whole concert.
Yo, I just got an email from my.
You were
my
there for
Gmail
the music
account.
and
It's
shit.
very true.
I just got an email from my Gmail account, and it said, "You've used all your storage space. You'll no longer receive incoming emails."
Dude, that happened to me for a month. I
I'm
didn't
like,
even know it.
Wait, what?
I swear to God, a month
I didn't
straight.
know this would happen. I didn't. How do you get 15 gigabytes of email?
So fast.
I delete all the time.
But you have videos that take it up. This happened to me. I was like, dude, I was on my email one day. I'm like, I think it was probably the end of April, and I'm like, March 29th? Like that was the last email I got.
The fuck
I'm
do I
like,
have an iCloud
I'm like-
for if you're syncing all my shit to
I was
Google
like,
anyway?
dude,
Oh man.
So, dude, where the fuck did all my emails go?
I don't know.
I know I missed very important emails for 1 month straight, and I look at the top. It says you will not receive any emails due to the fact that you're over 15 gigs. I'm like, I'm not over 15. That's impossible. What if I'm, dude? So be careful with that. Honestly, that's something you should be very mindful of
That's wild.
because
I
I
didn't
missed
know-
out. I know I missed some emails that I actually really needed.
I really didn't know it was a thing, and then I got the email and I was like, I had this literally this email account for like had to be 12 plus years now.
You
So
just have
what
to
the fuck?
unlink that from your computer. That's what I did.
I'm about to unlink everything. I don't even know what kind of content I deleted and what's still there. You know, I should probably go back and
No,
find all
it's
that
more than likely all of the videos and everything that you've gotten from on your computer that you don't realize, because as soon as you link it, I didn't realize everything gets turned over there. So they take everything you have on your computer and they throw it into your iCloud
It's linked
or
from my
into your
phone.
into your what is it, the Gmail thing, whatever.
Yeah, it's linked from my phone.
Mine too.
The Google Photos and everything. That's what kills it because I log in everywhere. I mean,
Well, then
yeah.
you can. You should. There's got to be a way to fine tune that because it happened to me and it sucked. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? So I went on my computer and I just went to the memory. I was like, fuck this. Completely switched that off. And the second I did that, it was like somebody's pulling me, and then it was just like that's what the computer looked like.
Look at that.
You know,
Whatever
be careful
works.
with that shit.
Yeah. Okay, so then yeah, I think Toronto's gonna take this game.
Yeah,
Go ahead
And
and wrap that topic up.
I think.
Um,
do you think the Warriors are gonna take it this year still?
yeah, probably.
More than likely, right?
I don't care who comes out of the East. There's no way the Warriors losing.
Yeah, they're just too deep.
There's
Yeah.
no one to stop the Warriors though.
And if Kevin Durant comes back next series, then that's it.
Very
Game
true.
over.
That's good.
Because I don't
Yeah.
think he's ever been out long enough and came back and was like rusty and hurting the team. I don't think it's ever happened.
No, I don't know. I think he may come back maybe mid-series. They didn't say. Did they say he'll be back for the series?
Wait, the middle. You think he'll come back in the middle of the season of the finals or middle of the finals series?
Yeah.
Hell no, I don't think that would happen. If he doesn't start the series, I don't think he's coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh well, you know, they're still probably gonna win.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna really matter, to be honest.
No doubt.
But let's see what else we got here today, because there is a lot of things that I wrote down. So, some. I guess it doesn't really make too much of a difference because after I realized what the word means, it doesn't really change anything so far. But Eric Holder, he's been indicted so far on this, and he will be facing trial soon. So
Yeah.
I don't think we talked about what's his name,
Darden.
Darden dropping him.
Yeah. I'm not surprised, dude. Like.
I was surprised he picked it up.
Yeah, right.
That was a surprise, but I'm not surprised he dropped it. Like, what'd you think, dude? Like,
You didn't think people were gonna send you death threats? Because they did. Like, you didn't think that people were gonna threaten you for trying to do this shit? They did. Like,
I don't know if he knew what he was getting into. There's
No.
two sides. Maybe he didn't, and then the other
No,
side
he
is
knew, man.
maybe he knew, and this was an attention grab, but he got way more attention and a lot more negative attention that he
press.
realized he was going to get.
no press is bad press.
That's what I believe he thought until he realized that it goes beyond the press.
Yeah.
And Nipsey was so beloved, and not only that, motherfuckers just don't ride with people who are defending those who are evil like that. Like those who are known. Dude, there's video. This is known. He is known to be the person that did it.
Yeah.
Right? People don't ride with folks who try to defend them, you know, and especially, you know, a black man defending a black man that killed another black man who was obviously somebody who was beloved, right? People don't fuck with that. And
Unless it's like
rightfully
some
so.
notorious criminal that people want to see get off. Like, I'm sure whoever came to defend El Chapo probably didn't really have
I think that's
the
different.
same kind of thing. That's different for sure, but
That's
I'm
a
just
different
saying.
animal. I just mean
I'm just saying, it differs on the context.
people are looking at it, and I don't think it's just limited to black folks. I think in general,
Oh, I get it.
those who love Nipsey, white, black, or other,
Yeah.
right? And we're other, so don't. On paper, we can't fill out anything but white or other. So I'm sorry. What do you want from me? Anyway, they all probably feel the same way. I'm like a good portion of people feel this way. You know what I mean? Like, folks don't want to. When it seems like you're defending somebody.
I agree.
Somebody killed their own kind, right? Just that's the way the world looks at it, right? And then now you found somebody of the same background, ethnicity, and he's gonna defend you, knowing that with the evidence stacked up, I'm going to defend him regardless of what people say because this is my no, dude. You have the ability to decide if you want to defend this case.
Yeah.
You know better, right? It's beyond race. It's just what's right.
Not only that,
But when race is implemented into this conversation, it's even worse. Right?
It's also like you're gonna lose this case. You already know. I don't think he ever intended on
Lose or
actually
win or
defending.
lose, I don't think matters.
I don't think he ever intended on actually going through with this. To be honest with you,
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't think it is.
I think he wanted to, like I said, until what happened, all of these death threats, his daughter and family getting these death threats, and his daughter actually posted something like talking, anti-Holder, right? Talking about, we need to whatever, some rhetoric that is contradictory to the father defending him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I don't know if he thought that he would win this case.
Even when he was doing the OJ trial, people were sending him death threats for prosecuting against OJ. Like, he's been through this. He's only known for a widely infamous case. Then
There's
nobody knew
a
what his
common
name.
factor to that case as well.
Everybody forgot what his name was until they brought out the story of OJ thing. Then they're like, oh yeah, okay, like
This was an attention
Other than
grab?
just-
That's for lack of a better term,
100% a
roll
clout
out
chase.
to something, hopefully.
100% a clout chase.
Damn.
I don't see it being anything else. I don't think he ever intended.
That's probably a good point. But I think he still didn't go. I think he went into it with intentions of actually defending him.
I don't know, man.
I
I don't see how you can. Like, who's taking that case and thinking, I got a chance? Like,
the most arrogant of lawyers, more than likely.
maybe. I don't know, man. Maybe somebody who has something on the judge. Like,
I don't know. I just feel like, to me, there's I don't know, man. It's a crazy situation because, like I said, all of these elements, once you put them all together, it becomes a crazy thing. And Nipsey being so beloved and people still feeling it, dude. I still can't stop listening to Nipsey. It's just crazy that dude even thought that this was a good idea for him or his family. Yeah. Like, as a lawyer, you have to, I think, consider your family because criminal cases like this can reap, you reap what you sow in some sort of sense.
Yeah.
Not like you want this to happen, but because of the thing that you're taking part in, you can't help what the reaction is going to be.
This is a big part of history right now. So
yeah.
you're going to be remembered for your choices. choices.
Your name's attached to this.
Yeah.
Look, whatever the case, fuck Darden in the first place for even grabbing that case, whatever reason he did it for.
Yeah, fuck Eric Holder too.
Yeah, fuck Eric Holder for sure. But yeah, so let's move on from that because I just really wanted to comment on the fact that he dropped the case and I thought that was good.
Yeah, I know, and your girl actually really wanted us to comment on that. I know we didn't do it last week. Huh?
About what?
About Darden taking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. So, we can switch. You know what? Before we go into music, because that's like a couple things to go over here.
By the way, have you listened to Gran Turismo yet?
Oh,
I said before we get into.
I'm sorry.
I said before we get into music.
It's pretty. I just like.
Is it good?
No, not listening to that.
It's good.
Yeah.
Hey, this is still getting into music.
Hey, but no.
But it's good.
Okay. It's good though.
Shut up.
Though I still
Shut
haven't
up.
listened to what you
Shut
asked me to listen to, so I don't know why
I
I
did
did
it though, so yeah.
Shut up.
Proceed. Proceed.
The only other thing I wanted to put. The only other thing I wanted to put. Listen, I've watched a lot of Stone Cold highlights. I will stun your ass. Shut up.
Please.
The only other point I wanted to make.
Your ass ain't gonna fall like Stone Cold. You gonna break your back first time. I'm gonna be like, that didn't even hurt me, but look at you now, fool. You stunned the shit out yourself, didn't you, motherfucker? That's a stunning ass move when it hurts you.
About to hit you right in the throat with this.
I'm gonna be like, ugh. You know that's an impractical move. I'm just gonna be like, ugh.
I disagree. Not if you're kicked in the ball sack first. Listen, I have a whole journey ahead.
I got reflexes. Like, no, you ain't getting the ball. Like, what is this? Shut up, Stone Cold. You're my man, but I'm not allowing
I
it.
think he thinks he's a lot better than he is, but that's not true.
Listen, I'm not saying I could beat Stone Cold's ass, but I could beat somebody who's not a wrestler trying to imitate Stone Cold's ass.
This is why we can't get anywhere in the show. You know what I'm saying? That's why we.
You're just trying to Stone Cold stun me? That shit ain't even practical in the real fight. You're just gonna try to make me fall with you?
Are you still binge watching?
No, he's been. I haven't been watching it like that.
Oh,
Though.
okay.
I was.
The
I was listening to.
Due to my dog.
I was listening to one of the snippets of his podcast, and somebody asked him, or somebody told him a story about they were in a fight and they broke out the Stone Cold Stunner on him, and he was like, the problem was he did it on like concrete. And he was like, listen, he's like, there's 2 times that I ever stunned somebody and I wasn't in the ring. He was like, there was, I think, like in the back on one of the fucking asphalt things, and then like on the steel ramp on the way down. He's like, after that second time, I never fucking did it outside of the ring. He's like, only in the ring. Yeah. My back hurt, my ass hurt. Like, I was like, yeah. So maybe don't try that,
dude. There's no way you want to try to Stone Cold stun somebody when you don't got a bouncy ass ring underneath you. It's stunning the shit out of you. That person is just like, what the fuck was that? You kicked me in my balls, dipshit. But why'd you break your back?
This is true. I don't think really.
There probably are some, like a lot of those holds don't really work in real life. Like a sharpshooter, who the fuck's letting you get a sharpshooter on them? Like, get the fuck off me, dude. Like,
you think that, but it's not like they just put you on the floor and then start twisting you in their legs. Like that's
kind of really exactly how it happens.
There's a precursor, like I'm just getting you onto the floor first, and I'm just like, here, place yourself here. Got you.
I don't know, man. Like wrestling's dope, but like you're like, no, that's not practical. Get out of here, dude. You're gonna try to tombstone me. I'm gonna really allow you to just flip me over and hug me upside down like we're doing some freaky shit.
That's not gonna happen.
That ain't happening. You're not putting my head by your dick.
That's not gonna happen.
It's not happening, dude. I'm not
about it. No.
Not allowing it, fucking Undertaker.
That's why I never.
And then also a choke slam, which is maybe the only practical thing that will happen. But if you ever get choke slam, you gotta move from the place you live.
Yeah, you do.
Probably, yeah.
You are no longer the man you used.
Unless you, yeah, well, yeah.
You can't. You definitely gotta leave that night.
Exactly.
You can't even take all your stuff. Like you get choke slammed, like literally.
You're just out.
You gotta grab everything that you can put in one bag, and they're like, "No, you gotta get out now."
Right.
Like we don't want your kind here.
Yeah.
You're the kind that allows somebody to choke slam you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Like I don't know how I let that happen.
Can you imagine just being like, you got in a, like, dude, I got in a fight yesterday. Fucking back is killing me. What happened? Dude, fucking choke slammed me through a table. What would you do? You would probably leave my house.
I don't think you're telling anybody that story though. Like,
yeah, you wouldn't want to.
Yo, guess what happened to me last night, man?
You know,
yo,
you're
I
not.
got in a fight.
Okay,
somebody choke slammed me.
It's gonna become folklore.
Hear it, like,
it's gonna become folklore.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably, but you don't ever want to.
You're the guy that got choke slammed.
Like me.
You gotta leave that town now too.
That's
like
something
it
that
travels from town to town.
That's
You're
like
like,
that
God
happens
damn
like
it.
10 years down the road. Like you thought it was past you drinking a beer at a bar, and they're like, wait a second, I know you, man.
God damn it!
Again!
Like, dude, welcome back. Like, fun motherfuckers. No, I don't think that's something you tell somebody. I think that everybody at the bar has told everybody they know, and by the end of that night, it's throughout the whole city.
No, man, it's literally when you're in like a low key bar and somebody says
It's
to you.
just highlights of you getting choke slammed.
Like you see it on TV.
It's like
You turn on the TV in the morning like,
Somebody's
I gotta move.
Somebody's like, yo.
That's how you know you gotta move because it's on video.
It's like looped. Like
You got somebody that was like, yo, I was watching random videos on YouTube yesterday, and is that you? Like,
dude.
hold on, watch this video
I
real
was gonna
fast.
say,
You're
right,
like,
you're
you're
not doing shit.
Watch this video. Is this you?
Yikes.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
I would not want to be that guy.
No, but see, I'm not worried about your Stone Cold Stunner.
Never.
But
Just to let you know.
It just wouldn't happen.
there was a whole lot to say that. You know what I'm saying?
There was a whole
All-
lot.
It was a lot.
all
It was
that
a tangent.
to say this.
That was a hot ass.
It was
song.
basically saying if any of us get chokeslammed and we disappear,
Leave
we
town.
know why.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we talked about this.
So you're saying if you ever leave town and you don't tell anybody,
We should.
and we don't know where the fuck you're at,
We should know where.
and we're just like, wait, Sam left town.
No, you'll see because I'm assuming it's
We
going to be on
shouldn't check
video
up
at
on
that
at
point.
all. Just know that he's gone.
Like, wait a second, I gotta watch YouTube. Someone getting choke slammed.
Yeah.
Random citizen, I don't think they'll know your name. Random citizen getting choke slammed.
I like how you.
I bet you if you YouTube that, you'll see a lot of videos.
That's probably true.
Just like a lot of people just getting chokeslammed.
I think it's more like brothers. Just doing that shit to each other,
Or
probably.
cousins.
Yeah. Just grew up watching it and
It's
like,
family.
I'm gonna choke slam you. Come
And then they get the big recorder.
Exactly that.
I couldn't see it. I only got this big of a scope to
You
watch.
see it like,
Like where's your
like
face?
a mirror, and like you just see like the reflection, like the person just like holding the shit.
See a shadow? Like,
What is this?
It's like, yo, how did they get that little camera or the little TV in big ass camera? Because like the thing came out for your eye.
remember how people were amazed when TVs were this big,
True.
and then this big, and then this big, and then this big? I always
I've been
wonder.
through all those stages.
Imagine people who like died, or no, imagine people who like were like in people who who Alexander Graham Bell telephone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Imagine that motherfucker being alive today, right? And much like your phone just went off right now, your phone goes off and you're just like, hello? You're like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's a telephone. You're like, no, what is that? Where's the cord? Like, it would be great. It would be a super mind fuck for these people to be brought back.
What magic is this?
What, like, what the hell? Or you're like FaceTiming. Imagine FaceTiming somebody. Like, they'll be like, holy shit, that's cool that you're talking to that person, but also, what the fuck is that device that you're using to talk to that person?
Like, the future.
The future.
Jetsons didn't even predict this shit.
That one.
The Jetsons did predict a lot of shit, though.
They did.
Well, Simpsons predicted most though.
Simpsons are, somebody's a time traveler from The
Without
Simpsons.
doubt, yeah,
Most
without doubt.
definitely.
Probably Matt Groening.
Huh?
Probably Matt Groening.
Probably.
Yeah. Because how old is he now? Like 400? But
Sure.
I mean, the
He's-
show's
well,
been on for 40
so
years.
So no, he's eternal.
He's,
If
oh.
you want to throw some numbers.
Is he a
out,
vampire?
He's 400. Sure.
So is it possible
Why
Mike
not? Why not? But it's like
Fucking
why
vampire.
If he's a time traveler, he could be a vampire.
Why not?
He might as well be Superman.
He could be.
So Matt Groening's Superman, he just flies past, like he just reverses his
Matt
flight.
Groening is a Superman vampire. Vampire Superman.
You heard it here first, folks. Matt Groening.
We'll probably be murdered all by next week.
Or,
Find this
dude,
out.
just teach me how to talk. Or, dude.
KKP actually blows up in the next few weeks. He watches this in the future, comes back, kills us. That's the end of our story.
Or, dude, put me on. I'll time travel with you, bro.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
We'll make another show called
right here, dude.
The Kawashes. I don't know.
Fresh tap, right here.
No, I don't want that. I want to know how he just. I don't want that.
Well, I'm talking about becoming like a vampire.
I don't want him to bite
Vampire
me.
life is kind of cool.
It's kind of, yeah, but you gotta have a dude bite your neck.
Yeah.
And then just suck.
It's
you.
kind of paused like.
Oh, it's not even kind of. Dude, he's basically making out with your neck.
Okay, hold on. No, he's not.
Yeah, he
He's a
is, dude.
vampire.
He's got 4 teeth
He
in
wants
you.
to
There's
suck
no
you.
way to
But
be 4
also,
teeth without like
I
lymph
enjoy
all over.
summer, and as a vampire, you can't be out in the sun.
Well, that's very.
You guys are missing the point.
That is
Time
true.
travel.
I get that. I get that.
I want to be able to be a bat without travel places. Like bat.
So like, yeah.
I want to be a bat.
Why would you have to yell this shit out though?
I don't think you have to.
No,
I think it would just
no,
be-
that would be the greatest. If you have to say it.
And it's just like gone. Like what the fuck happened?
No,
think
you
that would
can't
be
just
the
say
greatest
bat, right? Because then you turn into a bat.
That's hilarious.
Like you gotta turn it. You say, "I want to be a bat," and then let you be a flying bat.
Wait, how does
So
that change?
so you wouldn't say flying bat. You
No.
just say
Did I
bat
not
like
say
that.
flying bat? I meant to say flying bat.
did not.
That's probably
How
how
about
it would
I was
go.
like,
I just like it better when you yell
What's
out
she gonna
bat.
call that shit?
Adam just starts running out of nowhere. Bat wings.
That's
Go gadget bat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, can we talk about how cool Inspector Gadget was back in the day?
Inspector Gadget was one of my favorite.
One of the best cartoons of all time.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And then he's like, go gadget, anything, dude.
Yeah.
Go gadget, literally anything, and it would come out of his body.
Anything. Pause. Also, this message will self-destruct. And that guy always just got blown up.
Like, what the hell?
Like, you shouldn't have been hiding and watching. Like, of course you throw it in the garbage. Like,
Dude,
I don't want this fucking letter.
Inspector Gadget was pretty dope. I don't know how the fuck he knew to have all those gadgets, like, when he would need them. Like, how'd you know you would need those stilt shoes, right? Like, until the day he needed them and he didn't have
He
them.
is one of
Next time I'm gonna have stilt shoes.
He is one of the world's greatest engineers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There should be an
Like,
adaptation
user
of
of-
Inspector Gadget right now.
Engineer quality items that were made.
I suppose. Yeah.
Like Knight Rider.
Don't you think there should be an adaptation of Inspector Gadget now?
I thought they were making a movie, honestly. I thought I heard
Really?
it, but I'm not 100% sure.
I know they made one with what's his name, Broderick,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
but I think they can make a better one now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Make it a little dark.
How so?
Like make him inspecting, like make
Crazy
the
murders.
city.
So it's like
Yeah, make the city a little.
Inspector Gadget, but
Make
it's
it like a-
50 Shades of Grey.
Make it like some
No,
Marvel shit.
not like that. I'm not looking. Well, I mean that movie's like different in a
You can give
completely
it a-
other sense, but no.
You can give it a DC Comics twist.
No, I'm talking about like
A DC Comics twist.
yes, put it in like a Batman universe, a darker place,
Alright.
right? But technically Batman is Inspector Gadget, kind of.
Right.
Yeah, but he's not a detective, or he's not an inspector.
Yeah, he kind of
Also-
is too. So wait, did we just?
He's just a bat.
So,
One of these.
so this day, one day he's just gonna fly
One day's gonna be
away.
up and
Adam's
gone.
gonna fly into the fucking ceiling fan and die.
That's messed up.
Dude,
Not if Matt Groening gets me first. I'm on to you.
before he dies,
He's already
he's
fine.
super.
He already
zoomed out.
saw this.
Or
Before.
well, yeah,
He knows it's gonna happen.
He knows this. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but so basically that's the thing. Batman's Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Hot take.
Maybe.
Damn.
No, he is.
I
He's
was-
got his fucking utility belt. He's in a costume.
Batman can't turn into like something with. Like you can't turn into like shit.
Wait, Inspector Gadget did turn into like cars and shit, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, Batman can call his cars.
Sure.
Same thing.
So yeah.
Somehow, some way, the car's always where it needs to be.
Inspector Gadget is Batman like.
Who was first?
Batman.
Yeah. For
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on, Savon, do.
Yeah. So I feel like the first Batman,
What, in the 60s?
right?
Something like that.
Inspector
Gadget
Gadget
was
was
in
like
the
90s.
Yeah.
So well before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Adam West.
I was talking to one of my friends at work, right? And they had hiccups. I'm talking to my boss.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I got hiccups. And he's like, why? Because you're talking to me?
1983. You're right. I just was like, I wonder if it was one of
Hold
those.
Inspector Gadget was 83.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was 90s.
Yeah,
No, I knew it was old. I knew it was super old.
Okay, cool.
I guess the animation should be able to tell. But whatever. It's like Scooby-Doo kind of animation.
Yeah, like,
I guess.
but Scooby Doo was like I think 60s, right?
That was a while back. Yeah.
No, but I knew Inspector. I just didn't know if it was one of those cartoons that were super old, like the Supermans and the faster than a speeding bullet, those old ones and shit.
Right. I get
Look,
you.
so at work, right? One of my friends had the hiccups. And we're talking to our boss, and she's like,
Before
"Oh,
you
yeah.
say it,
If you don't stop interrupting me,
No,
I'm
no.
gonna fucking have
We
a
should-
conversation.
no.
I'm gonna knock you the fuck out of this shit.
I just want us to have. I just want us to mark that we should have a conversation about best.
You see how Sam can
best old cartoons of all time. Like we should have that. Continue. I just want us to remember to have that. So you'll hear it, remember it. Just go watch your
You
story.
also could have.
I wouldn't have remembered.
There's a few scenarios you could have done differently.
It's all good.
Cause
man.
like it's got the text and it's got the whole group. You know what I mean? Like, yo, let's not forget this. Let's talk about
You
this.
know what I'm saying?
Because I want to.
Well, it's on now. It's documented. Just proceed with your story about.
Now somebody else is gonna have this conversation before us.
Go ahead and talk about hiccups.
So she's like, yeah, I got the hiccups, and he's like, oh, is that because you're talking to me? And I was like, yo, that would be my fucking superpower of choice. Me talk to my enemies and give them hiccups.
Oh, dude.
Give them fucking hiccups.
That is your superpower.
That's my superpower of choice.
That's not even a superpower.
That's evil.
If it
firstly.
was,
That's just like some shit.
Firstly,
you can do. Like,
that's evil than a
you can't-
motherfucker, right? Hiccups are inconvenient.
They're bad inconvenient, and they suck.
Of course.
And
Okay,
nobody
hold on,
loves
hold
having
on,
hiccups.
hold on.
So I'll be like, yo, Dave, I'm
Agreed
gonna
though,
bang
Dave.
today.
If you're gonna choose a superhero power,
Adam's a superhero.
but to fair, yeah, he
And
did
it's
say
like
he wanted to be
this
a bat.
movie. Okay, it's true.
We're not
I
no
wanted to say,
talking about that.
I wanted to say I wanted to turn into a bat by saying bat.
It's not happening.
So you want to be basically
It will.
Adam has some of the most useless superpowers of all time.
I'm saying though.
So
like,
first,
how the fuck
first he wants to just turn into a bat. Like, okay.
First of all, let's
Where are you
say
gonna go now, motherfucker?
Let's say
you're
I'm
just gonna
a-
fly away and just sit in a tree.
let's say I'm an expert at heists. I'm trying to get away. Bat! Boom! I'm gone. You can't
Where
find
does
me
all
shit.
the stuff you stole go?
I see that shit not disappear.
It's just like bags of
And it just drops, and they're like,
you're like shit.
No.
and I was like, damn it.
There's of course a decided fucking stash.
Let Adam say the accidental word that turns him back into a human in the middle of the air, and Adam just falls into the...
Are you still
Listen,
on this?
which is
So
don't
Adam
understand.
said that he wanted his superpower to be give his enemies hiccups
How
when he
is that
talks to them.
superpower?
That's
You know what I'm saying?
about. I like that though.
You see
You
what I'm
guys
saying?
are fucking retarded.
So ridiculous.
These are two useless
No.
things.
They have.
I'm gonna just go hold my
chemistry.
breath
No.
for 30 seconds.
Let me just say this, right?
That brother's
Dave, I'm in a bad mood with you today. So I'm gonna start talking to give you hiccups.
That is not.
Now I just ruined your fucking day.
No,
You can't get rid of
no,
Can
hiccups.
you
no,
imagine
so like,
if
you're
you're-
Alright, give
only-
me the
Once I get the
give
hiccups,
me
they're
You're
specifics.
only momentarily inconvenienced.
Specifics, right? Can
That's
I
not
go
true.
hold my breath for 30
No.
seconds
No.
to a minute and they're gone?
I can't do that with normal hiccups.
Pause. If like a villain
A
is
few
like
times.
threatening you and then hiccuping in between, like that's not scary.
That is not.
That's not scary, but the villain still has capabilities to kill you.
It's funny as hell.
The Green Goblin
I like
just
it.
like
So,
hiccuping,
so
but
just
still
to be
throwing it.
clear, Adam wants to be a bat that also can give you hiccups.
What is this about? Who is this?
And listen, bats
What's your name,
Bats-
motherfucker?
Bats are
Who are you?
supersonic.
What is
Who
your
are
name?
you?
What is your name?
Bats
Who
are
are you?
supersonic. I'm sending all my enemies hiccups, bitch.
This is horrible.
Hiccup. Bow. Hiccup. Bow. Hiccup. Bow.
I would be like, fuck that bat. Bow, bow, bow.
That is the
You wouldn't
worst
know. You think
idea.
you can see me sending fucking supersonic waves? your
Well,
way?
I'll assume
That's
it's
how
your
it works.
punk ass
That's
and
not
shoot
good.
the shit
That's
out
not
your
good.
ass.
That's not good.
I love it.
Give me one scenario when anything you're doing at any given time of any day, you get the hiccups in the middle. Do you stop to try to get rid of the hiccups first?
Yeah.
No, I just keep doing this shit.
You just keep doing things like.
Yeah.
If I
I don't
get
believe
to the point where I need to stop it.
Wait, really?
No, this is
Don't believe it.
Wait, okay. Now the burden of all this is on you, right?
Right.
You've created this fucking stupid
The whole
superhero.
thing is you can't give hiccups power over you. You gotta be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing.
It's a motherfucking lie.
This is just.
So how long
they
do I
don't
get
get
this?
instant power over
Do
you.
I only have hiccups while you're ahead in front of me?
Listen, all I know is when I get hiccups.
Tell me these things.
These things are decided on an individual basis. When I get hiccups, right?
No,
I get
you
hiccups
can't
every
tell
day
me
for like
that.
the next 3 days. They keep coming back,
Oh,
coming
that's
back, and then
fucked
they're
up.
good. So like, if I can put a 3-day spell of fucking hiccups on you, I just did my job. I made my fucking I pissed you
And
off.
I guess you did, but bless you. At the very least, you gotta have something that can like hurt me.
Yes, me.
Dude, so what are you gonna do?
I'm not
You're gonna
worried
give me
about
the
that.
hiccups and go back and just fucking fly away like that's
Listen,
your
first of all,
superpower?
you're not supposed to.
That's
combine
my
these
getaway?
two. You're not supposed to combine these two because when I was talking about bats, I was talking about vampires.
No, dude, you've
And
got
vampires.
You
can turn into
created-
bats.
You've gone way too
two
far.
of the dumbest things I've ever heard of superpower can
First
be.
of all,
You should have distinguished that.
A vampire turning into a bat is not something I created.
So instead of like giving somebody hiccups, why don't you just give them the shits? That's worse.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not,
worse.
because
That is
listen,
actually ruining their day.
Yeah,
You're punishing
that's
ruining their
like
day.
that's fucked up.
It's done.
I disagree. I can go sit on the toilet for an hour and be perfectly fine. Fucking do whatever I want to do.
Oh,
Hiccups-
and part of
hiccups
that
are gone in 15 minutes.
part of what you should do
no,
is
it's a 3-day spell on you of hiccups.
part of what
Oh,
you can
so,
do.
so
is
now you can just.
3
Adam-
months.
Adam's,
He wanted to
Adam's fine tuning this shit.
No, he
I don't
wanted
want to
to
be
know.
a bat. I want to be a Batman. And now he's gonna be like Batman, and it turns into this fucking thing.
No,
Listen,
you're
you can't
jackass.
do it. You can't be Inspector Gadget. You can't fucking do it.
I can't be Inspector Gadget.
Listen,
Mama
what I'm Why wouldn't you want to give somebody the shits, right? And not only that, when you do it, you put a spell on them that they're fine sitting on the toilet. Don't let their legs not get numb. Like they fall over and they can't get legs again. You've lost your legs.
See, I just really
You don't want to harm people?
No.
Well, what the fuck is the point of a superpower? I want to be storming this bitch, like pulling storms down and just throwing them at
How
you.
are you saving the world?
I'm not saving the world.
Like,
I'm being a minor inconvenience in your life.
at one point or another, a superhero is saving the world from something.
I'm being a minor.
Dude, they'll never get at him.
Think about the people.
Adam would be like,
think about the people you don't like, who like you don't really necessarily want to be like, yo, get the fuck out of here, but they're like trying to talk to you when they're around.
Sure.
Every time I talk to the dude, he gives me hiccups, man.
You don't want to be. You want to be a funny superhero. You want to be Blank.
Yeah, make me
You're just like trolling.
Adam wants to be Blank Man
Make
or
me the
Meteor
Tick.
Man.
He's like trolling people.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's a better superhero than you would ever be. So, there's
Not true. I can turn into a bat, motherfucker. Come on.
You're not doing anything
You are
as a
getting
bat.
anywhere.
Ant-Man can shrink.
Bats aren't
That's
even
the only
out
thing
until
you
the dark comes out or until the nighttime falls. I don't know why I couldn't word that properly.
Yeah. Right.
No,
Not
so
in places where they reside.
there's these little shorts on YouTube, right? And it's Batman and Superman in this universe together, right? And when something happens, they're like, Superman's like, I'll take care of it. Batman's, I'll take care of it. And by the time Batman gets in his car, gets his utility, everything he needs to, Superman's back at the place with the person helping them out, right? So Adam would essentially be that superhero, knocking on doors like, you need help? Get the fuck out of here, Adam! We don't fucking need your kind over here.
Have you ever seen Dane Cook stand up where he's talking about my superhero power would be just being able to squirt spaghetti on people with your fingertips? That's the wave I'm on right now.
Okay.
You got spaghetti all over your shirt. You must.
My
wash it
superpower
now.
would be to
Probably
chop your
so.
head off. Shut up!
It's not a superpower.
And then be able to put it back on later. My superpower would be able to attach and detach.
You know.
I can attach and detach heads.
You see, and he's talking
Oh,
about
I
me
mean,
having crazy.
So basically, Adam's just sitting there with his head upside down looking at me,
He's
right?
talking
Like,
to
it
me.
doesn't hurt.
You're talking about being a psychopathic killer. I'm just talking about like giving you hiccups.
Well, I'd rather be a psycho super villain, superpower having motherfucker than somebody that's got the ability to make me have hiccups.
Tell me a person who gives you the ability to have hiccups while you're fucking talking isn't a supervillain to some degree.
I think
It's one of the low tier
I
supervillains.
feel like
the
you're
flaw.
giving yourself too much credit.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah. Here's the flaw in his
They're
plan.
a low villain.
The person that gets hiccups will probably do more damage to him once they find out that he's the hiccup giver.
Right, exactly.
You'll die because they have natural
So wait,
ability to
so
kill
wait,
you.
so you
over
think,
with, dude.
so you think that just because I can give people hiccups by talking to them, that I don't have any physical abilities of my own, like that I'm.
You can't add
No.
superpowers.
I'm talking about just myself. Like if me and you were fighting right now, I can give you hiccups. You'd be fucking distracted.
Dude,
kicking balls.
any
you know.
superhero, any superhero that just gives me hiccups is kind of a pussy.
So you are yourself now, and you're just able to give people hiccups whenever you want.
Let's say I'm not living in a fucking supervillain world, motherfuckers. Let's say I'm on Earth
No
right
one
now,
is- no
like
one-
all of
no
us
one
are.
is
and-
But what is this world you can decide to give a superpower to yourself, and then you decide to give the least harmful superpower in the world?
It's not the least harmful. It's a minor. It's a minor major inconvenience.
Dude's like, God's like, all right,
This is like a blank man.
God's like, do
Some
you
shit,
need?
like,
Yeah, that's what I said, Meteor Man
Meteor
and
Man,
something like that.
Right.
God's like, all right, well you can
I get you,
have
baby.
the
I
power,
get you.
you can
I get
fly.
I don't need anything crazy.
You can have blades come out of your shit and
Okay,
be
so how
ultra
about
healing.
this? Then? How about this? Then? Let's just ride with this for a little bit, because why not? What,
We've already done
what's
this.
like
We've
a
been riding
major
this is-
climax? Like what happens that's
In your
like,
movie.
huge that you have to like
I don't have.
What's your movie?
overcome? How do you overcome? that?
What's his movie?
I don't
What
have
is
a
his movie about?
Well,
I don't
you're
have a movie.
super.
You know what his
All
thing
that.
is about? Annoying toy workers. That's what Adam's whole thing
That's all it
is
is.
about.
It's just like Office Space. But he's just
Adam
able
is
to get
Adam
like-
literally is taking Office Space to a next level.
Right.
That's it. That's all you're doing.
It's like
Making
waiting
it
for the-
another.
That would be the
It's
least
another
grossing
character of
movie
the
of all
office that
time.
you don't want in there.
Such a terrible movie.
How about it could be a movie where I think all I can do is make people have the hiccups, but then at the end of the movie I discover I actually have something. that
You're
matters.
also
No,
now
you're
adding
not.
on.
You are not Ruby.
I'm saying what it.
You're not- yeah.
The whole thing is an add-on. The fuck is not like this real.
No, dude,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
pick one
it's not like
superpower.
I-
You can't just be like,
it's
well, that
not
wasn't
like,
enough.
hey,
I gotta
that's-
add flying now.
That's
I
more
said
so
it would
my
be.
thing.
I literally said
You
it would
pick
be
two-
a cool superhero
It's-
power. I didn't
look.
say like, hey, this would be my superhero power.
Wolverine has two superpowers, right? He can heal, and he's got knives.
Okay.
Right?
How are
You-
knives a
So
superpower?
knives are the superpower.
Knives
It's
come
like
in
a
and out
weapon.
of his fucking hands.
Knives are just like a weapon. I think the biomechanics or whatever. Is,
Right, but they're
Which
they're
it was
superpowers
roads
because
at
they're
first.
retractable and all that, right?
It was
Adam chose two.
It was
He
sharp
chose to be a
both.
bat, and he chose to give people hiccups. I'm just saying.
Do you listen, or are you listening to any of this?
I'm trying not to.
Okay, cool.
Does this have anything
You know what?
to do
I'm
with
also
No, I
trying
almost,
to-
but
That's
let me
a
tell
good
you,
point.
that's a good.
What were we talking about?
Nothing.
Well, see,
Adam's inability to pick
the problem
valid
is that
superpowers.
Osama is an extremist with conversations because if you tell him one thing, he's like, I can't shut up about it for the next 32 minutes.
Dog with the bone.
Promise, bro. I got you. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna talk about some other stupid shit for the next 30 minutes. Listen.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
There's not been anything dumber mentioned on this podcast than this stupid superhero power that he's trying to come up with.
Maybe the word dumber.
The minute
You
you
know?
told us about it, I was like, that's not
The minute Adam told me, I would be like, that wouldn't even be bad.
It was literally, you
Yeah,
know.
I guess so, right?
Like, that's a superpower?
Right.
Why don't you just become a bat and just fly the fuck out of here right now?
That's
say
more of a
this.
superpower,
You
man.
say this until we're going up together, and
What
every
if
day
you,
that I
like,
talk to you,
how
you have
about
the
this?
hiccups.
How about
beating
this?
that ass
How about
every
this?
time I
What
get
if we ride with the bad idea and just leave the whole hiccup thing gone?
I disagree. Now I can send supersonic
So now,
waves that give
what
you
if
fucking
you become
hiccups.
like this giant bat? You know what I'm saying? That's pretty
That
scary.
defeats the whole
That's
purpose of
a
being a
little
bat.
scarier.
You ever,
No,
like,
no.
pick like things. I don't
You
know,
can
move
take all the
people,
stuff from the
I don't know.
heist
That
that you were
defeats-
on, right? You don't gotta leave your heist.
That defeats the whole
your,
purpose.
your booty
of being a bat.
around.
Dude, you're a bat supervillain? That's pretty cool.
This
Yeah,
defeats the whole
nobody's
purpose.
fucking with a bat.
You don't want to be
Because,
an
like, we already
enormous
have the
visible
bat
bat.
hero, you know? So,
Do you understand?
Anti-hero,
You do
yeah.
not want to be an enormous fucking visible bat. The reason why they have supersonic, they don't fucking have to like.
Why would you not
fucking
choose
kill
that?
us.
Hold on, what was that?
That's the whole time you're getting that. Then
Why would you not?
then
why
you
would
would be
you
able to
not-
hide. You know what I'm saying?
Why
Like,
would
the
you
point
not
of being a
choose
bat.
to be a bat that can vary in size no matter how he feels?
So you want him to be Batman?
I love
Motherfucker. Like,
No, Batman isn't a bat. He just fucks with
he
bats.
travels in a fucking darkness. You can't see him until he pops up. I want you to see him. He's fucking hiding in the
But
shadows.
Batman
He has the
fly.
idea of what a
Batman-
bat
But he
should be.
can't fly.
Batman just vibes with bats.
Yeah, he's
Listen, I don't think anybody is
That's the
listening
whole
to our
thing.
conversation anymore, probably. You know, because
No,
I
someone
would, if it was me,
someone's
I'd have been
dying
like,
over this right
Yeah.
now. This is good.
You know,
This is gold.
Yeah, I want to know, what do you think about Adam's dumb
This is
superpower?
gold.
And then also,
I had one agree right off the bat, so I think you're gonna be losing this
yeah, but
battle.
she's
That's
crazy like
biased.
you.
That's biased.
How's it biased?
Because she's your sister.
So what? She'd be the first person to tell
I'm
me
his
it's fucking
brother.
stupid.
I'm his brother.
What
This is
happened?
true.
Yeah, I guess so.
I
So,
wasn't paying attention.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's all right. What else? What's next?
It's okay.
We just
Okay.
we've come to the conclusion that Adam's whole thing is nuts.
No, you've come to the conclusion that like
That was
you came to a long ass conclusion. to be
It was
honest with
long,
It was long.
but it deserved a lot of conversation.
you. I don't even want to talk about all this right now because where we at? We're like almost at an hour already.
It's okay.
We're not talking about
We're
everything
almost
here.
there.
Number one, little brother reunited.
Oh man, yo.
Well, if
I'm
I
minus-
so
if
happy.
I got the
minus-
hiccups right now, I would
Look,
kick your
minus
ass, dude.
9. I hope he gets hiccups.
Oh, I didn't hear that. part.
Minus 9th. He
Is
will
it
not
crisis?
be part of it. I'm not sure. He was talking about. Actually, he was on Joe Budden's podcast.
Yeah, Joe
last
Budden
week.
called him or whatever.
Joe
But
Budden called night.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
and they were talking about it. And he's like, yeah, you know,
Can we
like,
watch that after this?
I don't know where
Oh,
in the episode it is, but we can try to find it.
It's all good. It's okay.
yeah. So
I just watched the whole thing.
I'm
Or
just
listened.
fanatic.
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
He said there was a couple other like older episodes. He said he only had 2 little brother projects that he was like the main guy on. You know, he said there was other ones that like you know he had a little play in here and there, and then there's like 2 or 3 albums that he didn't have
That's
any
true.
role in.
That's true.
So they, I mean, they're like, we think it might surprise us 9th with like you know 1 or 2 tracks. And they're
Yeah, he's like, nah.
Oh, for real?
like,
Yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
not on
okay.
it. Which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. But he said the project should be super dope regardless. So
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Not to, you know.
that's what everybody said. They were like, we don't know how to feel about that. But
Damn.
you got to give him a chance, see what happens.
I
You
mean,
know
it's
what I mean?
been a thing already though, you know. So
Yeah.
people just
It almost sounds
Now
like,
they're just
it
realizing
almost sounds
that.
like he wasn't included or like.
How do you
I
think
think-
little brother? You think?
Yeah.
9th.
Dude, gee, that's
He didn't.
Me.
He didn't
Yeah.
say whether
That's
or
why I
not
started
that was the
producing.
case. He just kind of said, "I'm just not on it."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that.
So you know that's pretty dope. They're coming back. So
Yeah, for sure. It would just be cool if he was had some role in it, or maybe he'll come up and I don't know, produce like some single for them somewhere.
I hope so.
Outside the music that came, I think YG is like the only thing that like was an album that I have. I know Dave got some
You want
things
to
in
talk
here.
about
No,
well, YG
Oh, was
was
that bad?
YG was on just on Big Boy in the morning.
that?
yeah.
Okay.
And he talked about Nipsey, you know, and apparently he's got a project he's about to be releasing with Nipsey, some music they were working on, which is gonna be hopefully dope. You get some more Nipsey.
Yeah.
Also, he was talking about like he's super fucked up about it still. He's like, I'm questioning a lot about life right now. You know, there's a big question.
He's got a
mark
song
this
on there on his album.
shit. Dedicated to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to that.
That's wild.
But apparently they were like super just really close, man, like brotherly and shit. And you know, so did you hear Higher? We listened to that last week,
yeah.
but I don't know if we talked about it. We might have spoken about it a bit.
I think we did.
It's just you know, all that stuff is really just crazy, you know.
I thought it was crazy someone made the comparison with Tupac's last video to Nipsey's last video.
Yeah, the last time you
They're
seen
both
them.
wearing silk suits and all that.
Yeah.
And it's like their best moment. It's like
Dude, it was such a crazy video. Like it's so dope. Like the way they put it together, I really enjoyed it. I do. You know. R.I.P. Nipsey, man. 100%.
So then let's move that out of the way for a second. It was Notorious B.I.G.'s birthday this past
Biggie, happy birthday. I don't know. I had a man.
It would have been 47 on Tuesday. I think it was the 21st, right?
Yeah, it's crazy that
51?
47.
Oh, 47?
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy time.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Been what 20?
That's so wild.
something like that.
22 years.
Yeah, we
They
would've
passed
been 25.
97.
He was 25 at the time.
No, it was because he passed 97. So what? 12 years? I mean 22 years.
Yeah.
23 for Pac. It's crazy shit, man. You know,
Yeah.
losing people is not cool.
No.
You know, and especially
Especially
losing anybody's not.
Inspirational.
But it's somebody who's doing so much to inspire everybody else and trying to do good.
Yeah.
Nipsey has some line basically. I don't know if I'm probably gonna butcher it, but essentially like it's hard to run to Christ once you caught up in his life essentially. You know, and like it's hard. I guess once you're in it, man, it's just hard to get everybody who was maybe in it with you to be okay with you doing as well as you may be.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to leave that behind per se, not necessarily, but to make it a different thing.
Yeah.
You know, to make it more unified and all that. And,
Yeah.
you know, it just sucks, man. It just sucks.
For sure. I'm sure it does. So, Dave,
Yeah.
what you got for us?
I got 4 new albums that came out recently. I thought he was sleeping. So first is Steve Lacy. It's Apollo 11. That's the name of it. Steve Lacy is a guitarist, bassist for The Internet.
Okay.
It's an R&B group.
Right.
I thought it was a really good album. It's almost like an ode to Prince in certain aspects. A few songs are titled the same way Prince would title a song. It's like the number 4, like the letter R, and then like the letter U.
Okay.
Or whatever it is, you know.
I
Yeah.
got you.
But yeah, so that album is just like kind of funky. It's got more R&B tone to it, I would say. More chilled out. And a lot of, well, not a lot, but there's some dancier songs on it too, though. Kind of upbeat. Reminds you of Prince a lot, though. Him on guitar is very reminiscent of Prince.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Take a listen.
Flying Lotus, he came out on Friday, the new one. Flamagra,
Okay.
that's the name of it. So we made this album during the big fire in California, because he lived in California at the time. So he basically was watching it unfold while he was writing this album and decided to dedicate the album to that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's gotta be cool. Good music.
Craziness, man. The whole way through. I'm not sure if you guys have listened to his album before, but it's always themed.
No, but I mean, I can only imagine it being some sort of music. Like the emotion that comes with that kind of music has to be, you know, you got to listen to it. You would feel it at least. You know what I mean? Even if you never listened to that artist before, I think.
Definitely. So, this was his first album that he played live keys on versus just arranging like on a computer or using a drum machine. He's actually playing piano now. And it's just, it's really jazzy, kind of throwbacky.
Okay.
I mean, it's sort of a hip hop nod to it, you know, but yeah. He collaborated with Herbie Hancock, who is one of the most famous pianists, you know, out there.
Right.
Robert Glasper's on it. He's also another pianist that's, you know, world renowned.
The word pianist is hilarious.
We've been
He's also a pianist.
We've been down this rabbit hole. Keep it going.
Yeah.
We're running long, damn it.
He's such a pianist. Stupid pianist.
Anderson Paak has the main single off the album, off Flying Lotus.
Oh, word.
It's called More. That's a banger, dude. It is crazy.
For sure.
Crazy good. Actually, I'll play it later. But another one is Beast Coast, Escape from New York. Beast Coast is, man, there's like a lot of rappers involved.
How do you, a lot of these because a lot of these are off the mainstream chart, like how do you come across a lot of these names? Or are these just people that you've kind of known or been recommended?
So it's also that I get some recommendations, yeah, but mainly my music, like the way I find my music is I look at a certain label, like a music label, and then I'll follow or listen to their label mates.
Okay.
To kind of get like an idea of what the whole sound is.
Okay.
And most of the time it's just people you might even hear of. You know,
Okay.
usually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I just wondered because like a lot of them aren't household names, but
No.
like I know you didn't know good music, so like I
Right.
also would be like, how did you find it and everything. So.
Yeah, that's mainly what it is though. Just finding a good record label and listening to everyone that's on that label then.
See, I'm like, you know how Spotify has that section where associated artists.
I'm not gonna front. Apple Music has the same thing. I kind of discover new people through that too.
Because usually like so. For instance, like you know how on Joe Budden podcast they'll do sleepers, right?
Right.
Sometimes they'll come up with an artist that I've never heard of before, and I'll listen to them. But I also, while listening to them, I'll come across an artist that's on a feature or something where I really. It's just you know how it can go. It's like it's a rabbit hole that you can just crawl down forever, you know.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No, I interrupted you.
So. Yeah, what's up?
This is the
I had to fill this
the
up.
lineup for Beast Coast. Yeah, I just want to get it right though.
yeah.
Right now, just there's a music festival in Minneapolis or something like that right now.
Yeah,
Max is over there. Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about that.
What's that called? What is it?
I'm not
No.
sure.
Yeah, I forgot what he said it was.
So it's Joey Badass, Flatbush Zombies, Underachievers, Kirk Knight, Nick Caution, CJ Fly.
It's a whole collab.
Yeah, they're all in
Yeah,
this whole
pretty dope.
project. Yeah.
It's crazy because a lot of them, those names I don't know, but Joey Badass being on top of that it means if you have caliber MCs like that.
Flatbush Zombies blew up about 4 years ago. Their main producer, rapper is Eric the Architect.
Okay.
Dude is just wild, man. Like he takes the most abstract samples and just turns it into like this crazy hip hop.
Dope.
Yeah. Just like really like electronic sounding, really tripped out. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's something to listen to. East Coast though, it involves all of them, so this is more hip hop grounded versus being more experimental.
Okay.
So it's just real cool to see that. And they're all from New York, obviously. East Coast.
Word.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty dope. I like that name.
Yeah. Yo, I was so pissed because like I got an email from some shit like or some media site that I followed, and you know, they give you updates when like a big story happens. And they're like, oh, your new music breakdown. It had J. Cole, Chance the Rapper, shit like that. And I went to go to Apple Music, and I'm like, they put out what like I don't know what the fuck they put out because there's no CD here. None of the singles that are out are like Groceries, I think. That's a Chance the Rapper new song.
Not necessarily looking. I don't know.
Yeah, but I was like,
I'm
yo,
not really sure.
the problem there's
He's
no
dope as a person.
there's
Yeah.
no
But I'm not
like
looking for his
new,
music. I don't know.
there's no new mainstream drop. And I mean, J. Cole was obviously one of the big ones there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was like, oh, J. Cole, but I knew he did that thing and whatever. Where was he at when they recorded? Had like everybody.
The Dreamville shit.
Dreamville, yeah. I forgot
Yeah,
what we were
whatever,
at.
yeah.
But yeah, so there's obviously some music on the way from him at some point. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know it was coming out this week, and it didn't.
And it wasn't, so like, that's why I didn't know.
Yeah, no, that was the problem. So, but
Yeah, I have one more. It was Tyler the Creator. He released Igor.
I've been meaning to get to it. I just been on that currency shit, man. Just
I feel like I might have talked about this. I don't know why.
I think we may have
came out
spoken a little bit
last
about it.
Friday.
Right?
Yeah, we did speak about it then a little bit, but
Okay.
it's worth mentioning again because everybody seems to be giving it high praise.
So like the more I'm listening to it, you're just finding all these little cookies, you know, here and there.
Okay.
Herbie Hancock's on the album. Kanye's on the album. Playboy Cardi's on the album. I got 3 more people that you just wouldn't think would collab with them. But
Especially because
thing
the first
he does-
3 already would like usually turn me off. But I'm not Herbie Hancock, but the other 2, I'm like, oh, Kanye,
Tyler, like
and more Cardi.
he'll tune their octaves down, so it sounds like it's a different voice.
I heard-
so you can't
yeah.
recognize who it is, but they're still on the album, you know, and they have all the writers credits on there and stuff like that. So
It's crazy.
yeah.
No, I
It's
want
the
to
way
get
to
to
go
it.
about
That's probably this week.
Yeah, I would
Gran
definitely recommend
Gran
it.
Turismo is fucking.
If you haven't listened to a Tyler album, like prepare yourself.
Oh no, I've listened to Tyler before.
Yeah.
No, that's something I gotta get into. That I want to still listen to the Khaled just because I want to. I gotta give it a listen. But this damn Currency is just a fun album to me. I like it. Yeah, I just enjoy it. I just enjoy Currency music.
I love Static Selector.
Yeah, and their combination together is dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
But so yeah, Igor yeah, the whole theme behind it is it's a nod and ode to NERD.
Oh, word.
Pharrell and because Tyler was obsessed with them.
Oh, you know what?
And he wanted to make a
reminds
last
me that we
album.
did talk about this.
Okay. So he wanted to make a last album with Pharrell.
Oh, that's dope.
Last album on that label. So now we can move to a different label now, or make his own.
Yeah, hopefully.
Which is probably
Hopefully go independent.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Seems to be the best way to go.
Well, I think it might. Whatever. Go on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got for music though.
All right. Well, then I think that pretty much does it. And I know we're a little bit. I mean, whatever. We go
Back.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, so all I know is I'm looking forward to the extended weekend, doing whatever the fuck I feel like for the most part.
Barbecuing.
Grilling. Say I'm about to go buy a grill so
Like
we
a
cook for us. You know what I'm saying? Get us fed.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna give my brother like 21 birthday punches. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, not me. I'm not 21.
No, not him. He's far from 21. This motherfucker ain't
Damn,
been
he
21
said
in like
far
at
from.
least a decade.
Shut your ass up.
Well,
I
anyways.
give people the hiccups.
This will be a time.
What the fuck is your name?
I'll be like, wow, hiccups.
Before we go, give me a name.
Yeah, right. I asked the same
Just
thing.
give me a name.
Just give me a name.
Remember, take into account you turn into a bat and you give people the hiccup for 3 days.
I don't know, man.
You know why?
I can't because
it's a terrible.
It's not a terrible name. It's just off the bat, I can't give you one because listen, superhero names often are borderline plausible, and that's my new way.
You're not Superman, and you're damn sure not a Batman.
Batman. Because that's taken.
You
so
could be
shit.
Ant-Man.
I mean, you call another grown man Superman.
I mean, you couldn't even think of another like.
So what do you got to say about that? You know?
Well, he's kind of super.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's debatable.
Is it bat a bird? Yeah, right.
do they fly?
On that note, we'll see you next week.
All right. Somebody else just asked me some stupid question like that recently, and I was like, "What the fuck kind of question is that?" So,
Is it
Is
a
it bat a
bird?
bird?
yeah, it's a bird.
Yeah, they got wings and shit.
It has fucking like whatever those. What do you call them on a bird? Because they're not fucking feet.
Well, so I was gonna
Little
call him an
talent.
animal, but like I wanted to be more specific
Claws.
with it, so I was like, but
I think it was you.
Actually,
I remember that.
hold on. Bats are mammals. A long time ago, people used to think bats were birds without feathers, but now we know that there's no such thing as featherless birds. We know now that bats are mammals, just like people.
Bruh, they're birds.
Can I get one though?
What else flies besides a bird? It's like a dolphin. It's still, I would consider it a fish, but it's a fucking mammal. You know?
It swims, right?
It swims. This motherfucker lives
Alright,
underwater.
before they unsubscribe because we're retarded at the end of the
All right.
You're
well,
like,
listen,
what?
thank you for
God
coming
damn, it's understood.
and watching episode 44. I hope y'all have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Definitely.
Celebrate with your peoples. Enjoy
Yes.
your time.
Yes,
For myself, my brother, my boy, special guest today,
Bye.
and the homie Stacks. We'll catch y'all next week, man.
Stack.
Peace.
Peace.
I was a shout out to Glenn.
Yep.